before we start the video, this percent of you subscribers have watched my video versus people that watched that are not subscribed. So if you haven't already, please subscribe. Anything helps. Hey everyone, just AG905 here for another YouTube video. Today, we're going to look into my top 5 choices of video games that I would have played this year, 2022. 2022 has been quite a year. I gotta say that a lot of video games came out, a lot of exciting ones that I should have played on release, but I've been pretty busy with stuff going on in my life, and I ended up not getting them on time. Every single one of my friends out there would just go ahead and just snag them the moment it's out, or just probably the day before the release date even, because pre-orders exist in this world. So here I am, just being a late boomer. Not sure people still use that term these days. Enough with all that gibberish. Let's go ahead and get to the main top 5 here. So, alright, so number 5 on the list, Splatoon 3. Yeah, Splatoon 3 is number 5 on my list only because it was an unexpected sequel for me. I never got Splatoon 1 because back in the Wii U days I never thought it was an interesting game in the first place. And then Splatoon 2 came out for Nintendo Switch, so I thought, you know what, why not? Those were the good times back in my stream days. 4K Pro Player, I think he's one of the first Splatoon players I ever met that started off my Splatoon journey, and also kind of shout outs to him there. So now back to Splatoon 3, I probably maybe should give it a try because I know some of my friends already got the game by now. I've seen them get on the game now and then. Those are just my thoughts on it, just because I know I've seen some new features, new weapons, new modes. That's why I'm going to put that game on number 5 on my list. So now moving on to number 4, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now hear me out. I know this game sounds very old, because it's literally one of the very first Nintendo Switch games that came out way back when. I got interested seeing the gameplay of exploring as Link, going on an open world, getting weapons, food, and other, things to explore. I've seen some YouTubers play it, such as Point Pro. He's done some interesting challenges on his videos, and seeing him how he handles each of those challenges with such experience and all the gaming knowledge that he's acquired and the skills that he has too, it's just incredible. Playing adventure games sounds fun, because now not only Breath of the Wild, became an open world game, there's also other variations, such as Genshin Impact, which I will not include in this list, obviously, because it's not a Nintendo Switch game, which I'm not even sure that's even a good idea to make that game a Nintendo Switch, because that would sound ridiculous for the Nintendo Switch to handle all those godlike graphics. Even though I'm not much of a fan of Legend of Zelda, I still see the gameplay look fun nonetheless, so I might probably give that game a shot. And speaking of open world games, we're gonna head on over to the number 3 spot on the list, which is Pokemon Legends Arceus. That game looks pretty cool too, as well, seeing how we get to finally, get a Pokemon game that just finally involves more than just, standing still and having Pokemon just have fighting animations just sit in their own little mini circles, they spot at. Now I can move as a trainer back here and just, even catch your Pokemon while the Pokemon does the battling as well. You can do some actual Pokemon-like movements. I'm not sure that's how you really call it, but you can do so much more than just standing in one spot and just battle and stand still. It looks very fun as well. So another game that would tie the number 3 spot with Pokemon Legends Arceus. I mean, it's really recent at this point. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, the latest games out there. Honestly, I don't know. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, I guess it kind of has similar kind of properties as Pokemon Legends Arceus has. I heard it's a bit glitchy though. I only heard it's glitchy, but I haven't really seen if that's a good or bad thing. Now, on to number 2 spot, Sonic Frontiers. That game is just amazing. It's beautiful, it's fast-paced, it's hype, the music is even hype as well. Sonic Frontiers, battling combat system as well, and sometimes just running around, in the Sonic levels, like a normal Sonic level would go for as well. It's just, I like the speed, I like the fast pace. I'm that kind of gamer that just loves fast paced games. It's just very exciting. I just love playing games like that. So yeah, Sonic Frontiers, I'm feeling pretty good that maybe I might get that game someday. Try for content in the future. Before we hit number 1 on the list, we have Miitopia. I think it came out first in 3DS, and now somehow it came out for Nintendo Switch for some reason. I mean, playing with your Miis, going on an adventuring quest. It sounds very fun, you know, get to bond with your fellow Miis. So that game could be a maybe. I'll think about that. And then this other game, my friend Stormy Sensei recommended to me, Triangle Strategy. I've seen it takes place in the medieval era. It feels like Fire Emblem, but not really. Hopefully you might be getting what I'm trying to say here. It looks pretty cool. I mean, the battle effects looks nice. I guess I want to thank Stormy Sensei to give me a game idea at least, so I might consider it for the future in the long run. And then I have Super Mario Odyssey as well. Another very old game, probably next to Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I mean, Mario. I mean, throwing your cap, possessing your enemies, do some cool abilities. And it's also known to be a speedrunning game, right? I might probably try Super Mario Odyssey because I like Mario. Lastly, I have Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics as another audible mention. That game looks pretty fun. You know, it has many variety of board games to play with. You can play with friends, play online or in person. So if any of y'all are down to hit me up with some board games, I might probably get it and maybe we can hang out sometime. Okay, finally, the moment y'all been waiting for. The number 1 spot on my top 5. Drum roll, please. Mario Strikers Battle League. That game is hype. It looks, I don't think, as brutal as the GameCube version was. I think I remember back in the GameCube days when I played the Mario Strikers in the GameCube. I just never forget how you can use items to brutalize our enemies and charge enemies into electrical wires on like the edge of the fields. It's just so mean. It's not like a normal soccer game, really. It's not like your average soccer game. No, it gets really dirty. It gets really rough, where everyone becomes from nice to very like punk, mean. I don't think I've seen a lot of people on YouTube play that game that much, so maybe I might get into it myself and see where it takes me. So it could be a strong possibility, so I'm definitely gonna go down for Mario Strikers Battle League. Anyways, that's my top 5 on this list. Again, this is my opinion, so I apologize if this top 5 list is not really as logical as any of y'all might think, because honestly, this is just my opinion, and this is my first time doing a top 5 video, because I've been trying to think of top 5 ideas that y'all have been sending to me, and I finally just clicked with one of my own. So I appreciate y'all, again, for sending me your top 5 ideas back when I first posted it as a short, so thank you. With that being said, thank y'all for watching, and if y'all haven't already, please subscribe for more content, like the video if you haven't already, and comment for your thoughts about my top 5 list. I might probably make another top 5 for mobile PC games if y'all are interested. Okay, that's it. Till next time.